All right, another one of those videos. Don't mind my energy may be a little low because I had a couple of clients. So it's more towards the end of the day. And I just want this to be a conversation. Okay. Now, as you know, there are a lot of people who send me uh, emails about their problems, about seeking for job, asking for help, and sometimes people just feel happy to share their problems. In some cases, there are people who are very aware of the fact that I'm a professional. I charge money for advice. So what they tell me is, I'm aware that you are a professional. You charge people for advice. I don't have money to afford your services, but if you can make a video of this, it would help me. Okay, and help people who are going through the same problem. So, out of the many problems or emails that I receive, if I feel something would benefit the larger group of people, then I make a video on it. And this is one such problem. So, the without giving you specific details, this guy, this Indian based in the Middle East, his if I were to summarize his story, um, when he was young, very successful, very dynamic, um, fell in love, got married, had a son, a child, and business was he took up, working and business, and things were going very well. Things were going up, 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 and somewhere down the line, because of all the success that he was going through, he got carried away. He got success went to his head. He got introduced to the world of temptations. That was bad company, bad friends. Uh, Started getting into women. Kind of got into alcohol, little bit, not too crazy. Womanizing, that means cheating on his wife. The wife was aware of it, but didn't have the courage to break up. And this went on until, like this, when shit hits the ceiling or when problems come, it's never expected. Now, out of all the things that he thought he would face in life, he never imagined that he would lose his son. And unfortunately, his son passed away. His son passed away at a young stage. Don't want to get into specifics, but that hit him and his wife in a very, very bad way. It hit them so badly because he really loved his son. He really loved his son that he could not focus on his business. He could not focus on his work. His drinking problem got worse. Womanizing, he would just get into, just for the pleasure of it. But it was more of his drinking that, made him an addict. And because of which his business, when you don't pay attention to business, no matter how well it's doing, it will go down the drain. And it was just picking up. It was not like fully established. The business went to the dogs. He didn't pay attention to the payments, the accounts. Many people cheated him, and the business had to be shut down. And he was not performing at his workplace. He was always hungover, and they were sympathetic towards him because they knew that his son died. So they didn't kind of give him a ban or something, but they did give him a visa extension. The owner was kind enough, but he did let him know that he has to get his own visa at some point. And because of all this, downfall, eventually his wife could not take it anymore because she was trying to keep things together, but she couldn't handle it. Even it affected her very badly about the child's death. And she was constantly, supporting him, trying to manage him, paying all the debtors. She paid off most of the loans, but then she couldn't handle the infidelity, and the addiction to alcohol. And eventually she decided to leave him. And it was only after that, when things went completely like down, did his relatives, I think his mother, father, or whomsoever, they came, they asked, reached out to others for help. They tried to help him out. Uh, they didn't succeed in terms of solving his drinking problem, but they did manage to, you know, instead of getting pissed drunk and emotionally in a wrecked state, help him restart his career after nearly 2 years of not working. Okay, that is quite a long time. So now he is, working in a job, but he's not the dynamic guy that he used to be. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. He also ended up in an accident which kind of has had an impact mentally on him. Okay. Like I said, I don't want to be too specific, but once you get an accident physically, it affects you. And because of this, he couldn't exercise. Because of the antibiotics and all that stuff, he put on weight. So now he is not healthy. It's a terribly disastrous story, a very depressing one, whereby it's just like one thing after another thing after another thing after another thing. So now this guy is like, he is overweight, he's unhealthy, but he is still addicted to alcohol. His parents are no more now. Uh, he doesn't have money, in the sense that he doesn't have big savings. He tried his hand in business, but because of his alcoholic habit, he just couldn't pull it together. He's still addicted to alcohol, which is a very powerful drug for him. He has also got into smoking, womanizing. He still does it, off and on. Now, he's happened to see some of my videos where I bounce back and all that, and he kind of felt, because thoughts of ending your life and all that. So he found my video, and he kind of reached out to me. At first, his email went in the spam folder, so I didn't see it. But then when he responded again, that was when I saw this. And he asked me what advice would I give him. Now, I've written to him personally. That's a different matter. But here's the thing, what he is, I told him in the letter, what you're going through is by no means a very small thing. It is a very, very, very big, challenging thing. I mean, losing the one you love, losing your child, losing your business, losing your job, then getting into an accident, physically, it you don't remain the same person. And he is still suffering because of the pain and many other things. He is still under medication for the pain. And on top of that, his, alcoholic habit. He asked me what to do to get out of alcoholism. I just told him, I'm not the person who can advise you on that. You have to go to Alcoholic Anonymous. In fact, I told him, you need to reach out to people who are closer to you. I am miles away from you. I can't help you. And you need to reach out to people who would help people like yourself who are trying to get back up. And I told him the biggest one, the most important thing that you need to get away from is alcohol. Without that, nothing is going to change. So that is the biggest challenge you have. That's step number one. Then step number two is your injuries, or, the tablets that you're taking. You need to get out of it. I did suggest to him DDP yoga. I did suggest to him, people who do yoga, people who do Siddha Samadhi yoga, people who do complete lifestyle transformational changes. And then I told him this his friend circle and where he's going for womanizing, where he's hanging around in pubs and bars after work. That all has to stop. He has to block all these friends out of his life. And then I also told him that there is another major area that you need to work, that the point of impact, that was losing your son, that completely impacted you. You need to come face to face with it, because maybe you didn't let go of it. Maybe you have not made peace with it. So you're doing all these other things to hide that pain. And given the fact that he doesn't have money, he doesn't have style, accident, and so much of pain and all that, so obviously, he can't find love and all that. So, and I told him, don't try all this at once. Try one step at a time. And the first most important thing was alcoholism. He needs to get rid of that. I told him, you must, no matter what. If you try anything else, you will fail. This alcoholism is the first thing you need to get rid of and get it out of your system and your life permanently. That's the first one. The second thing after that is his the pills, the medicines, and his health. Because if your health and you're constantly in pain, you can't focus, you can't work, and getting back into not only eating healthy but living healthy and exercise, at least a walk or something. And then the third one, which I told him, is dealing with the loss of his son, because that was the point that triggered everything. And also, once I told him all these things, I told him, then eventually life will fall in place. Because if you try to get into business, if you try to get into a new relationship, it will fail, because you have the biggest curse, that is alcoholism. And then when your health is not keeping well, no partner, no individual wants someone with whom they have to take care, like literally pick up and sit, and who's in pain, and it'll simply cost you time, effort, and money. So overall, I gave him a couple of pointers and suggestion, and I wrote to him a letter. It took me almost 2 days to genuinely put my thoughts. I asked a little bit of guidance from some people who are slight experts on all this, because this was a very sensitive kind of issue. And he has a massive uphill battle. And then after sending him the letter, I thought to myself, I need to make a video on this for, who knows how many people are going through losing their loved ones, losing a child that you can't, you cannot even imagine what they're going through with that. Losing a child, then losing a loved one, losing someone that you love, and then on top of that, getting addicted to these substances like alcohol and cigarettes. Many people ask me about how can I overcome alcoholism or drug addiction or cigarettes. I'm not an expert in those areas. You really need to consult people who have had the experience, who have been in it and got out of it, or people who are experienced in working with such individuals. And that is why Alcoholic Anonymous, or maybe there are these, I don't know, groups that help people overcome smoking or drugs. You need to reach out. And yes, change of his environment, because as long as he has this bad company, he'll keep going to pubs, bars, clubs, and keep meeting loose charactered women and unwanted friends and company. So I gave him a list of things to do to keep himself busy. And last but not the least, I told him that emotional wound, which is still open, it's like an open wound, you're cut and you didn't stitch, and that is your son's death. You need to deal with it. So unless you focus on all this, only then everything will be fine. So this is what I wanted to share with you. I do not know if this video will help you, but I hope it gave you some insights. And if that guy is watching, I sincerely hope you succeed and overcome all these tough challenges that you. And I have nothing but respect for you, because it is very tough what you went through. It is not easy. It's like you're literally dying every day and you're giving yourself reason to live. So that makes you a winner. So, but now you need to take the next step and get out of this. Like you're fallen down in the gutter, get out of it, get out completely. So for those of you who are watching this video and watch till the end, please do write some positive messages for him. Don't write nonsense, and be empathetic. Be empathetic for people like this. And if you know anybody who's going through losing a loved one or being addicted to substances and all that, and if you feel this video can give them a little bit of hope and inspiration, do do share this, because we live in a day and age where only thing that we see is millions, billions, and celebrity and paparazzi and AI and all the goody goody, Elon Musk and all that. But this is what real life is all about. Okay. So this is what I wanted to share. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and be nice. Maybe he'll be reading this. So just be empathetic. That's all I say. All right. You guys take care. And if you have something to share, do share, which would help other people. All right. Take care.